What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bree, and in today's video we are getting ready for my anniversary weekend. So we are coming up on our big 2-year anniversary. So my husband and I are actually going to go to brunch today, so of course we gotta get cute. And so I did today's look, so a full get ready with me. So we went for more of like the pink, soft pink, but a little bit of dark pink in there mixed in because I have on this dusty rose silk shirt. But definitely loved how everything turned out as far as the hair, the makeup, the full fit. Love it, chef's kiss. So if you're interested in seeing how I got to this look, then keep on watching. All right, y'all, let's get started with today's look. So I'm going to start off by priming my face. I had just done my skincare routine, so I went straight in with my primer, my YSL primer. So y'all know I love this one. If you're new here, I love the YSL primer. And then I'm also going in with my Milk Blur Stick to kind of help minimize my pores a little bit. I haven't found if I like using this first or last, but either way, it works. And then of course using my Makeup Forever powder to go ahead and set the primer, and also to set my face to help avoid oils, as I knew we were going to be out majority of the day. So I just wanted to make sure that my face was all put together and would stay somewhat shine free. And then speeding through this next portion, we're going to get these brows together. Of course, I'm using my Morphe brow pencil. That probably won't change ever since I do love it so much, unless I come across another one that I truly like. But Morphe is bae. I actually have tried the MAC eyebrow pencil, and I really do like that one, but I do feel like I go through eyebrow pencils pretty quickly. So this one, you get the most bang for your buck, and I feel like it matches my brow hairs pretty well as far as like the shade and everything. So MAC would be a close second, but Morphe is bae. Those brows together, time to get started with these eyes. So as y'all know, I love to go in with some concealer before I get started with eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and Biscuit. This one is really good. I like it for priming my eyes. I don't necessarily like it for highlighting underneath my eyes. I'm not sure why, it just doesn't work very well, and I used to love this one, but definitely great for getting the eyes set before a eyeshadow look. And then I'm also taking my Makeup Forever powder to set. And of course I could not decide on which palette I wanted to use, but Morphe by Jaclyn Hill is the star of the show. So I have her 2 main palettes, and then she also came out with a set of 4 mini ones. I have all of them, don't judge me. But we are going in with her one palette that's kind of got like some cranberry and gold shade. So I was using that first little brown shade, well not little, but brown shade to use as a transition shade for this look. It did come out a little bit deeper brown than I thought, but I do like it overall. I feel like it brought the whole look together once I was done. But of course, just starting with that in my crease and blending it out as far out as I can, and then also bringing it in more towards the nose. And then I wanted to kind of get that pink effect going, so I'm going in with this kind of like a cranberry shade, and this is from the Morphe by Jaclyn Hill, the very first palette that she came out with, which is a great palette. I would recommend that for anyone because it has literally every shade that you would need, and they're all great on any skin tone. But I went ahead and put those shades in, and then I'm going back in with that transition shade to blend it out. As you guys will see, I am kind of skipping over showing both eyes since they're pretty much the same and for time's sake. But now we're going to go in with those glitter shades, and I decided to use 2. So I'm going in with the little bit darker shimmer shade and putting that in the middle of my eyelid and not bringing it too far out, because I do want to add a darker shade on the edges, and then not bringing it too far in because I want to go in with that lighter shade. All right, so now I want to deepen up that outer V. So I'm taking the darker shade next to that brown transition shade that I used in the beginning. And I'm taking this kind of like a pointed eyeshadow brush, if that makes sense. It's a little dense and a little fluffy, but it worked well for kind of blending this shade out. So I'm just kind of taking that into the outer V and dragging it out. And then once I've got it kind of out there and then a little bit into the crease, I want to go back in with that transition shade just to make sure everything is blended out and so we don't have any harsh lines. And once it's blended, sometimes I'm like, nope, it needs a little bit more. I tend to go over it a little too much with that transition shade, but all I can say is just, keep playing with the eyeshadow, go in light and then build. You can always build it instead of having to go in too heavy and then you end up with too much. But the eyes are coming together. I'm loving how all of the colors are bouncing off of each other. Definitely a great fall look, especially with that cranberry shade. All right, so we're done with the eyes for now. So going in with my foundation. If you're new here, welcome to the NARS show. I love the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. This is my favorite. With this one, I like to kind of pump it out onto the face. Of course, it always gets everywhere, ends up on my arm, my robe, my chest, somewhere. But just kind of like putting it in the areas where I want to blend out. I am going to actually be avoiding the under eye. If you watch my last video, I'm kind of playing around with techniques. I know you're not really supposed to put foundation underneath your eyelids because that helps with creasing. So this time, instead of putting the concealer on first, I decided to do foundation first because I felt like it blends out a little bit better. But I am avoiding underneath my eyes, as you can see here. And I do have a little friend on the left side. If you're looking at the screen, it definitely left a mark, which I was upset about, but we're not going to talk about it. But going in with the foundation just all over the rest of the face, but leaving the under eye open for the concealer. For concealer, nothing has really changed too much. I'm going in with my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. Say that fast. I'm going in with that one first underneath the eyes and on the nose, forehead, underneath the nose and chin area. And then I'm going to follow it up with my Too Faced concealer on top of those areas. And I feel like it just does a great job of like blending together and just kind of giving me that flawless finish. So definitely love this combo. I know the Kevyn Aucoin, this concealer, they were kind of revamping it. So unfortunately you can't find it on Sephora right now, but if you go to the Kevyn Aucoin website, which I'll have linked below, you can find it there. Of course, we got to snatch the face. So I'm using my Huda Beauty foundation stick and then going in with my Beauty Bakery makeup blender to get that shade blended out while my concealer is doing its thing. Time to start working on this concealer, so I do like to go ahead and get it blended out before I go in with a makeup sponge. With this new technique or new way of how I put my concealer on, I don't really have to do it as much because once I go in with that makeup sponge, it'll kind of blend out in the areas. But before, I was finding that my concealer was getting all over the place. It would start blending in with my contour and foundation, which you would think it works well, but then it would just kind of end up a little too messy. So I feel like doing this step first before going in with a makeup sponge helps to kind of, solidify where it's supposed to be, and it keeps it in that same space. But using that same makeup sponge by Beauty Bakery and blending everything out, I do feel like both of these concealers together, like I said earlier, works very well, and it's very easy to blend even after sitting on the face. Now, if you go in with Kevyn Aucoin and use that by itself, you need to blend immediately. But I feel like since I've mixed it with my Too Faced concealer, I can allow it to sit on the face longer. But if I was using it by itself, that is a no-go. Once it's on the face, you need to get to work, get to getting, and make sure that you get it blend out because it is very hard. It is a very thick consistency. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set my face with this milk setting spray just to kind of lock everything down before we really lock it down with the powder. But this is a really great setting spray. I did buy the travel size first just to see if I like it, but I love it. So we will definitely go in with the big size next time. And then of course going in with this Makeup Forever powder. Y'all, if you haven't gotten your hands on it, what you waiting for? This is the best powder. I love it. It's got a great finish. It goes into the skin very well. I feel like it blurs like fine lines and pores and everything. So really a great powder, especially for setting concealer. But I'm going to go ahead and put that powder in the place where I went in with concealer first, just to kind of get it set. Because once you do apply concealer, you definitely want to make sure you go in immediately and set it with powder. This is what's going to help you avoid creasing. And then I smile and laugh a lot. So I usually go in with extra powder to stop getting or not get those smile lines that you tend to see throughout the day. So I feel like it helps. I feel like I do still get them, but then definitely not as early on. And I'm also trying to set my contour. Y'all gonna see in a minute that I did this backwards. So do as I say and not as I do. But I was trying a different method. Instead of using a makeup sponge this time, I used the powder brush. But I just figured out that, hey, you still gotta go in with your bronzer. So that doesn't work. But anyways, we'll just leave that there. And then we're also going to set the entire face with this face powder from Sephora. I'm not gonna put it underneath my eyes because I feel like I already have enough powder going on as is. But as you can see, it did chisel out my contour so far, even though we haven't gone in with bronzer just yet, but just to kind of buff everything in. And then I'm also going to set my under eye and highlighted areas with a powder foundation. This one is from Fenty. This one is a really good one as well. I do want to get my hands on the Charlotte Tilbury powder, but that one's expensive, y'all. So we may have to try a little mini version, which you don't use a lot. So I'm pretty sure that one would still work as well. But just to kind of try something different because I've been rocking with Fenty for a good chunk of time now. All right, y'all, we got a new product on our hands. So I was shopping in TJ Maxx. It's got some weight to it, as you can see. But I got my hands on the Milk Lash Primer. So I was like, let me give this a try. As you can see, the wand is kind of spread out. It's kind of got a little bit of an angle to it. But I was like, let me give this primer a try. It was only $8. And when I looked it up on Sephora's website, if you walk in there, I think it was like 20 plus, which I was like, ooh, score. So I love the Milk Kush mascara, so I figured this one would be bomb. So I'm giving this a try today. And then also I'm trying a new eyeliner. I actually won this in a giveaway on Amazon, not Amazon, y'all, Instagram. And this is by Glam Graffiti Beauty. I've used her eyelashes, but she also gave me an eyeliner. If you see me kind of looking weird, it's because for one, it was my first time using it, and it is a very wet liner. So it is liquid, which I do love, but it does go on very wet, so you have to be careful with it. But I do love that it's kind of got that felt tip, so you kind of know when it's about to dry out or run out, and then you know that it's always going to be working. But yeah, but it went on really well, so I definitely like it, and I believe it's reasonably priced as well. And today we're using the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, y'all. This bronzer is beautiful. Definitely get your coins ready if it's something that you want to try. Sephora actually is getting ready to have their big beauty event. I believe it starts in November, so that would be the time to buy it because you can save a little bit of money. But definitely love this one. You only need a little bit of it. I definitely don't really go in too ham with it because a little goes a long way. And we're also going to kind of chisel out this nose. I do feel like when I'm going in with concealer, it's a little too highlighted, so this is just kind of bringing some color back in. I still need to perfect my skills when it comes to nose contour, but I'm getting the hang of it. But and of course, if you mess up, you can always go back over it with a powder foundation just to kind of blend it out, which is what you see here. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and apply my lash glue for my lashes. Y'all know my fave is the Duo one. I believe Ardell is the name of the company, but it's also Duo. I know it confuses me, so I know I just confused y'all. But yeah, but if you just look up eyelash glue and Duo, you should be able to find it. And then I'm also going in with that Kush mascara I told you guys about. I definitely like it. As you see, I have the little mini version here. So definitely want to get the big version of that one as well, because I really do love how the wand is and also how it applies as well. And I do feel like it mixed very well with that lash primer. All right, so let's try this again with snatching this contour. So I'm gonna try again, y'all, with the beauty sponge. I don't know if you watched my last video. If not, go watch it. I tried it and it didn't work, but this time I was like, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna try it again because I've applied my bronzer, and y'all see how it's snatched. So this is actually how it's supposed to look. So just make sure you have enough powder. I do think the sponge works better than the brush, but look, see, look, doop, we're good now. So then I also want to go in with some blush. I'm using this Juvia's Place blush palette. Gotta slow down on that one. And I usually mix the two pink shades together that you saw on the, I believe, the right hand side. So as I was going in with it, for some reason today, it wasn't like picking up on my skin like how it usually does. So of course I was trying to add a little bit more in, and I was like, you know what? I don't see it, so we're gonna try this one. So this is a KVD beauty blush. I believe the name of it is Poppy. Of course, I'll have it linked down below, but very pretty shade. I know sometimes that coral shade can be a little overwhelming, especially if you have a deeper skin tone like mine, but as you can see, goes on pretty. That's the look that we were going for. I did get a little hand with my blush, so of course I had to go back over it with a powder brush, and then also going to go ahead and wipe that powder away. Now it is very snatched, so that is something you just need to work on blending it out. So it eventually does all come together, but at first it was a little overwhelming. So just want to make sure I, get everything all blended and brushed out. But see, contour is snatched. All right, time for lashes. I'm using, I believe it's like Fabulash. I picked these up from Marshall's. Please just go take a second and go to Marshall's and hang out in their beauty and makeup. You will find so many cute things and great things, and they even have items that you would normally pay like regular price for, and definitely a lot cheaper. But love these lashes. I've actually bought quite a few pairs of these. I probably need to re-up on them, but love how they look. And of course, since I've worn them a couple of times, they are going on a little bit better. I am still learning with my false lashes of just like not putting them too far to the edge and then pressing them together so they look more put together, but practice takes time. And then also I'm going to go ahead and put some eyeliner in my waterline. I will say I usually do this first because I find like once I put on some mascara and lashes, my eyes are kind of watering a little bit more than they usually are. So that's just a step that I'll probably do a little bit beforehand, but I remembered it after I got done. So yep, so I'm using this Huda Beauty liner. So this is the one where it's a pencil liner on one side and a liquid liner on the other. So to finish off the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and add in that deeper shade that we used towards the outer V, and I'm going to go ahead and put that underneath the eyelid, or not eyelid, underneath my lower lash line, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and deepen that up just a little bit to kind of bring it all together. And then I am also going to take my highlighter shade, or the shimmer shade that I use on my eyelid, and I'm also going to go ahead and put that in my, I guess you can kind of say waterline, but the inner corners of my eye. Yes, that's it. So just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. Sometimes I hold off, especially if I'm going in with eyeliner, but now's the time. Of course, we got to set the face. So I'm going back in with that Milk setting spray and my fan to have it dry down some. And then also, since I knew it was, for one, early in the morning, I knew we were going to be gone, I'm going in with this Midnight Final Seal. I do like this product. I do feel like it helps really set the face, but it is very, it's got a very strong scent, and it comes out a little bit aggressively. So as you can see, I was keeping it as far away from my face as I could because I've used it before and I've gotten those little water splashes on my face. But this is the almost final makeup look. Y'all know I go in with lips towards the end, but yeah, definitely love how it all came out. I am a little bit glowy and dewy. I'm pretty sure that's from the spray, but loving how it looks. So next up, we got to get this hair together. I needed a good scalp rub. So anyways, I'm going in with this Design Essentials. This is kind of like a hair primer, if you will. So basically it's a heat protectant. So I'm going in with that since I'm about to curl my hair. But as you may not know, I am natural, but I love to wear my natural hair straight. So just making sure that it's protected from the elements, because I do live in Dallas, and sometimes we do get some humid weather, and it was actually humid this day. But I still wanted to curl my hair and wear it out, so I'm going ahead and section off the back and get started. I'm kind of doing like a body wave curl, so the ends are still straight, but the main part of the hair is curled. So I'm taking my Babyliss, I believe is how you say it, flat iron, but this one is like hot all around, so great for like flat ironing and curling your hair at the same time. So I'm taking the back piece and I'm just gonna curl it around about halfway, and as you can see I still have the ends off, and then you've got your perfect curl. And I'm using this Got2b Insta-Hold spray to maintain the curl and make sure that it stays curled all day. The humidity did just get a hold of my hair, y'all, so I ended up having to kind of refresh it later on in the evening once we were getting ready to go back out. But I do feel like my hair, you know, maintained its quality as best as it could. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray those sections and get this hair curled. Alright y'all, so this is the final hair look. Giving me effortless curls, but loved how they came out. So let's get these lips together. So lip liner fail, y'all. Went in with my Juvia's Place kohl lip liner and it was just empty. I don't know if it got stuck somewhere or what, but it just was not working for me today. So we're gonna go in with our MAC Chestnut lip liner. This is every brown girl's favorite lip liner. Gives you that chocolate color, so it's definitely a little bit deeper, so you kind of have to rub the lips together, make sure it kind of blends out a little bit evenly. But then I'm also going to go in with my Juvia's Place kind of like a pinkish nude lip gloss and blend those two together. At first I wasn't feeling it too much because I think the lip liner was coming across a little too dark and I didn't want the lips to be that dark, so I added in a little bit more of that lip gloss and I feel like it kind of all came together, and y'all finally see my face where I'm like, okay, I actually like it now. All right, y'all, so this is the final look. Definitely loved how it came out. Do a full 360, and now you can't see my feet. I'm tall, y'all, so I'll show you here in a second. So let me go through everything that I'm wearing. So I picked up this shirt from Express. I love it. It's like a dusty rose pink. It is available right now, so I definitely will have it linked below. These jeans I picked up from a boutique here in Dallas. I believe they still are online. I know the store really isn't open too often, but if they are still open and these jeans are available, I'll have them linked below. But they've got a little bit of rip detail and they are high-waisted, but the shirt kind of covers it up, which I definitely like. So love how it's all flowing together. I got this bag, y'all know it's a lookalike, but got it from Marshall's recently. So I believe this should still be available in your local Marshalls, so definitely check it out. But I think that it ties in with this look. And then I also have on these mule clear sandals. These are Cape Robin. I got them off of Amazon, just purchased these as well, so I'll have them linked below. But I know Nordstrom Rack carries them, so definitely check it out. But this is the final look. I'll insert a picture here of full body over here, but definitely loved how it looks. All right, y'all, so that completes the final look. As I said, I love how this look turned out. What I didn't mention is my jewelry when I was doing the full outfit look, but I did get this necklace from Express. I will say it's starting to turn a little bit, so just want to be mindful of that. And I'm pretty sure it's just like, you know, from oils from your body, just kind of changes the color up a little bit, but I kind of like it because it's kind of got a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver, so it still works. And then I'm also wearing my little Kendra Scott stud earrings. I actually got these last year on my birthday. If y'all don't know, which I'll put y'all on game, sign up anywhere for their email list and give your birthday, because when it's your birthday month, like this month, Libra Gang, you get all sorts of coupons. So I'm literally getting 50% off item coupons, 20% off free food, all this stuff. So make sure anywhere that you like to shop or eat, sign up for those emails. I know sometimes they can be annoying, but putting in your birthday, anniversary, and all that stuff, you will get a discount. So yeah, but definitely loved how this dusty rose pink look came out for our anniversary weekend. So we have made it to 2 years, so congratulations us. So we are getting ready to go to brunch like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but loved how everything turned out. As always, I will have it linked down below for you if the items are still available. Once again, it's your girl Bree. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. Comment down below what you liked about the look, and of course what you would like to see from me. I definitely would take suggestions, anything as far as content, and definitely enjoying this process here on YouTube. But thanks for tuning in, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Bye.